The International Space Station has flown over Tropical Cyclone Gita, and we have some footage of the flyover on the main Force 13's channel. And you can most likely see in the bottom left hand corner of the screen the location of Gita. This was actually on the second flyover. But the first flyover shows another impressive system. And not forgetting, we have a tropical low over there in the northern Western Australia region, which will be upgraded to tropical cyclone status sometime today, and a Cat 1. And for Friday, the 16th of February, here's another update from the Force 13's Australia Oceania channel. And this is a image behind the Force 13 icon of Tropical Cyclone Gita, which is now on a weakening trend. However, she still maintains a 40 nautical mile radius eye. But closer to Australia, especially the East Coast, a hazardous surf warning for the entire area south of Fraser Island to south of Sydney. And this will remain in place for Saturday. The Joint Typhoon Warning Centre has finalised its information on the tropical depression sandbar up in the Westpac. Joint Typhoon Warning Centre also has issued a tropical cyclone formation alert for 91S, and here's the latest floaters from the Noumea on the developing tropical low. And whilst we look at the imagery, Tropical Cyclone 09 located 285 nautical miles east of Noumea, New Caledonia, has tracked west-southwest at 10 knots over the last 6 hours. The information from the Joint Typhoon Warning Centre is delayed, and as mentioned, she maintains a 40 nautical mile eye. Sea surface temperature is 29 down to 26 degrees Celsius. Environmental analysis reveals that the system is in an area low to moderate 15 to 20 knots vertical wind shear, and it's tracking through warm 27-28 Celsius sea surface temperatures. Upper level analysis shows that the system still has a point source aloft with excellent radial outflow. Here's the latest from the Vanuatu, the Fiji track chart. This is 1 or 2. And the Vanuatu one was their current service chart. And here's the upper level divergence, still very strong, 40 knots, and I'm looking at the east of the Fiji region, the wind shear. The systems hate the area in red, that is classed as unfavourable. The A50 millibar vorticity, and this is for the Southeast Pacific region. Now we have a look at the GFS, total precipitable water, and you can see the tropical low over there in WA, tropical cyclone Gita, but are we going to see something come on the radar around Thursday Island, tracking south along the Queensland coast? The tropical cyclone Gita, here's the service chart from the Fiji Met Office. The cyclone is expected to gradually track south, then turning south eastward, but that's within the next 72 hours. Here's the latest from the Joy Typhoon Warning Centre. And in our next update, we'll have a look at what the Bureau of Meteorology is saying. Here's a earlier image provided by the Joint Typhoon Warning Centre. And in the background is another capture of the Treat Heads live streaming camera. However, a severe weather warning is in place for the Tawhia region, that is Vanuatu. And severe tropical cyclone Gita, 954 millibars, category 3, was located 22.6 degrees south, 171.2 degrees east. Apology if there was a bit of darkness in that information. Read a severe weather warning. And 305 kilometres south-southeast of Anatium, apology for the pronunciation, and has moved west-southwest at 18 kilometres an hour. Winds close to the centre are estimated at 150 kilometres an hour, gusts to 205 kilometres an hour. That is from Vanuatu. Tropical cyclone Gita, trigger of the cyclone alert level 1 on Friday, February the 16th on the Isle of Pines. That is the Mateo, France, New Caledonia. The information is available on their website, and they have it located 285 nautical miles east of Noumea and west-southwest at 10 knots. And you can definitely see how the sea is now changing. Now we have a look at the GFS model available on the Pivotal Weather website. We're looking at pressure and again the wind in knots. Caution needs to be applied when viewing the non-official information, and this is from the Mateo, France, New Caledonia website. So at this point in time, they haven't activated their alert level 1, the cyclone alert level 1. But the authorities are saying that the population needs to be cautious because of the deterioration of the weather conditions, especially the heavy rains, strong winds. And another view of the life of tropical cyclone Gita. In our next update, we'll have a look at what the Bureau is saying re tropical cyclone Gita. We know that the Bureau does have information in their current tropical cyclone 3-day outlook advisory for the Coral Sea. But with the dangerous or hazardous surf conditions from south of Sydney right up to Fraser Island, conditions.
You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com, which has had a revamp and is still under reconstruction, but take a look. Also YouTube, of course, if you haven't subscribed, that might be a good idea. Visit Force 13. We're also on Facebook under the same name, of course, and you can like us on there, and you can also follow us on Twitter. Search Force 13, all in text for those. You can also add Force 13 on Skype or my personal account on Discord, Fool13, at extension 9094.
And bye for now.